Man, I could not be more proud of this football team. You know, we talked all week long about making it football, the plan to win. You know, and I thought that we'll put it in our plan to win tomorrow. But I really think that when you look at it, we won the plan to win. You know, we didn't beat ourselves. We were able to run the football whenever we needed to run the football. But the biggest one was the turnover battle. You know, we were able to cause 3, they caused 2, we won by 1. You know, and that made the difference. It made the difference in the game. And man, it was a good atmosphere here. It was fun, you know, to play the stadium, especially at the end of the fourth quarter. I thought it was loud, but defensively, these guys showed up. We played. We knew we were going to give up some rushing yards, which we did at times, but it was because we were trying to play coverage, trying not to give up the big play, trying to keep the ball in front of us, and the defense did. I couldn't be more proud of these guys, man. We're going into a bye week with a win. It's always fun. We're 3-0 right now in the Big 12. We've got a huge game coming up in 2 weeks at home. And, man, I know Red Raider Nation is going to be there, and the Jones is going to be rocking. And so I hope that our fans are proud. I am really proud of this football team. We had a lot of fight tonight, and we finished.
All right, any questions?
Coach, the red zone defense especially, I think you held with 6 field goal attempts, only had 1 touchdown. What did you see?
Yeah, that was huge. I thought, and not only the red zone, of course, but like after turnovers, I don't know if it's both of them, but I know for sure the last one we held them to a field goal, and that was huge. It's hard. It's hard to beat a team whenever you're just kicking field goals and not. And that's one of the number 6 is win the situations, and the situations are touchdowns in the red zone. So it's touchdowns in the red zone for us on offense and holding other teams to field goals in the red zone, not giving up 7 points. And like you said, we did a great job with that.
Braylon Lux was all over the place tonight.
Yeah.
Clearly, he made an impact. In the secondary as a whole, he had to play a bunch of different guys. It was cramping, looked like it was an issue. What did you see from that group?
Yeah, we did, man. We didn't have Chappie tonight. I thought Devin Cromwell stepped up big time at free safety there. Made a couple of changes to where we were playing him down a little bit, and we were playing CJ in the post. That's where he had the big interception. We were playing him in the post. We were down Jalen Peoples, so we really, if we needed to, we would have moved Jordan Sanford over. We were down to 3 corners, so those guys were rotating through. And we played a bunch of guys on defense tonight. But you're right, man. I mean, and it goes back to like when you have guys like that, and we have our best players. You can do a lot of things, and you're better on the defensive or offensive side of the ball when you have your best players. And he's our best cover guy, and I thought he did a good job tonight.
And Tosh Brooks overcoming 2 fumbles with that put-away touchdown. He had 3 again tonight. Yeah,
he's something, man. And Chris just asked me, what did I say? I don't say anything to Tosh except, he already knows what's next, and there's nobody out there that, wants to win more and puts more work and heart into this game, into this team. And I was glad that he had the opportunity to kind of seal the victory, and he goes over 100 yards again tonight, and has 3 touchdowns, has 128 rushing, and man, he's such a good running back, and man, it's fitting again for him to have those 2 fumbles to be able to close it out tonight for us.
Coach, being 1 win away from bowl eligibility, I know you said that's the floor for you guys, but does that give you a little bit of excitement, maybe momentum heading into this bye week?
I think really, we're sitting here at 3-0 in the Big 12, and there have been dog fights. I think that's how the Big 12 is going to be every single week. And we'll be right there as far as we're okay playing these 1-score games, and we're going to play for 4 quarters. But I don't know if we're thinking about that more than just thinking about trying to keep getting better. this is going to be a big week for our young guys. We've got some young guys that haven't played yet. They're really coming on. That I think we're going to really get a lot more reps with just them. And the old guys will, they'll get some reps, but they'll take some breaks and lift and stuff like that. And Baylor's coming in, and it's going to be a big game because it's a Big 12 game, and we got an opportunity to stay in a good spot, trying to get to 4-0. And 4-0, that gets us to bowl eligible. That's awesome, man. But, I think just enjoying this win for 24 hours. The players get to enjoy it a little bit longer because I gave them tomorrow off since we're going to get back so early and just get back to work. But it's a big win tonight, and I'm excited to be 3-0 in the Big 12.
I know it's hard to pinpoint an exact issue that happened for those 16 unanswered points, but can you identify a few things that maybe went wrong that you feel your team could have done better?
Yeah, I thought they were doing a really good job with line movement in their defensive line, and I thought that we were coming off of blocks. I mean, I've got to watch it, and really, but just listening on the headset and seeing different things, we weren't sustaining our blocks at different times. And then we got behind the sticks. It wasn't the 16 unanswered points, but like in the first half, 2 drives that we came up to where we had to punt, it's 2nd and 11 and 2nd and 12 instead of, being at even 2nd and 8 changes everything because your pass protection, you're going to be able to get the ball out faster, stuff like that. And so I think that was happening even, in the second half with the 16 unanswered points. But, it's one of those, this game is who can handle the highs and lows, who can, battle and fight for 4 quarters. And I'm telling you, these guys are resilient, they're tough, and 16 unanswered, but we came back and answered at the right time.
Is it safe to say Gino's the kicker now?
I don't know. That was one thing I didn't even ask. It's funny. I don't even ask Kenny anymore because, he just sends whoever's out there, and something I'll have to ask him because, at that time he chose to go with Gino, and whenever it comes to those guys, I trust Tyler and Kenny, and I let them make the decision of who's going out there.
You said it each of your 3 seasons that the goal is to win a Big 12 championship. You're all alone at 3-0 in the Big 12, and does it just give yourself more of a sense of we're here, we can do this now, being at the top only 3 games in?
I just think, I look at it as just we got to the bye, we put ourselves in good position. We've got to get healthy, we've got to fix some things. And then we've got to go 1-0. It goes like that. It's like you got to think of it that way, and the players will hear that constantly because you can't get ahead of yourself. You got to be in the moment. We talk about that all the time. That's one of the big things the last 4 weeks that we really talk about, of breaking everything up to like be where your feet are in the first quarter. Don't worry about anything else. Hey, now we're in the middle 8. Be where your feet are in the middle 8. We won the middle 8 tonight. Now, we go to halftime. We don't even talk about halftime until we get into halftime, and we don't talk about the fourth quarter until we get to the fourth quarter. We're just trying to piece everything together to be the same thing with the season. I know we've got a bye week, got a chance to get really healthy, get some guys back, and then get ready for Baylor, coming in, and they're a good football team. I've got to watch them a little bit, and so just get ready for them.
How different does it feel this year going in the bye compared to last year after that BYU game where it seemed like you guys were at your lowest?
You're not lying, man. I was probably about as low as there's been different times that the Washington State game I was pretty low, the Wyoming game last year, but the BYU game was really frustrating. And it feels better, but at the same time, we've got a lot of work to do. We had a lot of work to do last year. We are doing that work with maybe more belief right now. We're doing that work with more momentum right now, and so that's really good, and we've been able to keep the right guys healthy. Whenever the way I always look at it, whenever 2, 28, and 10, which is Jacob Rodriguez, have played, last few years, they they really help us win games, and so we're in a good spot with those guys right now.
You think you're a top 25 team?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you, as long as we can win by 1 point in 2 weeks, I don't care where they put us. We're just gonna keep trying to, get better every single week. I will tell you, it'd be awesome because I know the guys in that room, the players in that room, deserve it from the standpoint of how hard they're fighting and how hard they're working.
How much do you credit the start of this season to having one quarterback stay healthy this whole time?
Man, it's huge. It's huge. And he got hit a couple times tonight. The first one I was like, oh, crap, and he kind of got up a little slow, but he feels great in there. And it makes a huge difference. He and Kitley are on a really good, they're on the same page right now. I do think that when you have the skill that we have around him, Caleb Douglas made a big catch tonight. Micah made a big catch tonight. Josh Kelly made a big catch tonight. Taj keeps doing what he's doing, and I thought the tight ends, Jalen had a couple of catches, but overall I thought the tight ends were really physical in the run game, and so he's not alone, but it definitely makes a big difference whenever you're playing one quarterback.
All right, thanks, Coach. Well,
All right.
J-Rod and Taj here in a second.
Thank you, guys.
Coach.